Yo, stop scrolling for a second. Just you and me now. Let everything else fade out for a minute. No notifications, no background noise, no I'll watch this later. Because what I'm about to say is the realest thing you've heard in years. You think you're running your life. You think you're making your choices. Job, girlfriend, boyfriend, marriage, Netflix, Instagram. What time you wake up, you honestly believe it's all you. It's not. And if you feel that heavy, dull ache in your chest every morning, that quiet is this really it when you stare at the ceiling, this video is exactly about that. Let me ask you this. How did you end up here? Not on this video. In this life. Be honest for once. You're 25, 30, 35, maybe 40 plus now. When you were 16, you had dreams. When you were 18, you had plans. When you were 20 to 22, you had big words. I'll leave this town. I'll never be like my parents. I won't be stuck in some dead-end job. Look around. What are you doing right now? Waking up tired, dragging yourself to a job you low-key hate, scrolling till 2 a.m., buying shit you don't need, saying one day about everything that actually matters. How did this become your life? Who chose this version of you? Listen carefully. I'm going to use one simple metaphor for the whole video. The manager. Think of your life like a huge company. You are supposed to be the owner, the CEO, the boss, the one who decides. But years ago, without even realizing, you hired a manager to run things for you. Maybe it happened when you chose a major you didn't love because it's safe. You took the first job that paid okay because at least it's something. You stayed in a relationship because starting over is scary. That moment, you didn't just make a choice. You basically said to this inner manager, "Here, take my decisions. You decide what I do, what I don't do, who I become. I don't want to think too hard. I just want comfort." From that point on, that manager has been running your life. You think you're deciding, but you're just signing off what he already decided. Let's test this. I'll describe a few things. If any of these feel like you, your manager is in full control. Alarm rings, you feel a heavy weight, you know you should get up. But this soft voice says, 5 more minutes, bro. Those 5 minutes turn into 40. You hate your job. You complain daily. But when you even think of changing, you feel this lump in your throat, this fear. What if I fail? So you keep suffering in the same shit. You want to get fit. Every Sunday night you say, from tomorrow I'm serious. Monday comes, I'll start next Monday. You check your phone without needing it, just unlocked, no notification. But the thumb goes to Instagram, TikTok, YouTube anyway. You feel guilty after binging shows or porn or junk food, but the next day, you do exactly the same thing. If this is you, then who's choosing? Because clearly you don't want this. If it was really you, you wouldn't feel guilty. You wouldn't regret afterward. That's the manager. He loves comfort, routine, numbness, distraction. He doesn't care if you die inside slowly. He cares if you feel even 5 minutes of discomfort. This is the scariest part. The manager didn't just take your schedule. He didn't just take your job, your diet, your habits. He stole your I. Listen to how you talk. I am lazy. I can't focus. I'm just not disciplined. I always mess things up. I know I should change, but that's just how I am. Who gave you that script? Who decided this is you? You didn't. You inherited that from a scared older version of you, guided by teachers, parents, friends, society. Who told you don't risk too much, don't think too big, stay in your lane? Your manager loved that. He took that script, printed it, and made it your identity badge. So now every time you even feel the urge to change, he whispers, "That's not you. Don't be stupid. You're not that guy. You'll fail. Stay where you are." Haven't you heard that exact voice? When you were about to apply somewhere new, message someone important, start something bold, that voice pops up and you freeze. That's the manager talking as if he's you. Let's make it crystal clear. Imagine you own a huge house, like a nice property in Texas. Big yard, big rooms, everything. You move to another state for work. You hire a guy. "Hey, just take care of the house. You're just a caretaker. I'm the owner. I'll be back." You leave for 20 years. Never visit, never call, never check. One day you come back. Gate locked. Caretaker inside. He's changed the furniture. He's renting rooms. People in the neighborhood think he is the owner. You say, "Open the door. This is my house." He looks you dead in the eye and says, "Bro, If I leave, this whole thing falls apart. The house is nothing without me. You need me. You're nothing here. He's using your property, your name, your space, and you start doubting yourself. Damn, maybe he is right. What if I lose everything? Absurd story, right? But that is exactly what's happening inside you. Your life, your mind, your energy, your body, all belong to you. You left it unattended for years. Your inner manager moved in, took over, and now talks like he's the damn owner. This is the manager's biggest trick. Every time you think about change, really changing, he pulls out his favorite weapon, fear. If you quit that job, you'll be broke. If you leave that relationship, you'll be alone forever. If you stop hanging with this friend group, you'll have nobody. If you stop numbing yourself with Netflix or scrolling, you'll go crazy. So what do? You stay, half dead, half alive. But really see this. That fear is his fear, his system collapsing, his comfort dying, his routine breaking. Your soul is not afraid of truth. Your deeper self is not afraid of freedom. It's the manager who is terrified. Let's talk about someone like you, not storytelling drama, just a mirror. 35-year-old guy, suburbs, 2 kids, decent house, decent car, decent job, also dead inside. Alarm at 6:30, snooze to 7, rush to work, coffee as survival, not joy. Meetings that feel pointless, boss you silently hate. Commute where your brain scrolls mindless shit just to forget. Come home drained, no real presence with kids, spouse feels like a roommate. Netflix till midnight, porn sometimes when you're too numbed to feel. Sleep. Repeat. Tell me that's not half of America. Who built this life? Did your soul dream of this at 16, or did your manager slowly negotiate you into this safe prison? This job is okay. It pays the bills. This marriage is okay. At least I'm not alone. This house is okay. Everybody wants this. You settled. Then you forgot that you settled. Now you call it your fate. I won't lie to you. There is no hack, no 3 simple tips, no fake motivational push. The only solution is hard and simple. You have to fire the manager and be ready for the chaos that follows. That means stop saying this is just who I am. Stop repeating the stories that keep you weak. Stop treating comfort like it's oxygen. Firing the manager looks like finally admitting, I hate this job, and actually planning your exit. Saying, this relationship is killing me, and choosing truth over fake peace. Turning off the screen at 11 p.m., even when every cell screams, 5 more minutes. At first, your life will shake. You will feel lost. Parts of your current identity will die. But understand this, those parts were never you. They were the manager's furniture in your mansion. I'm not your guru. I'm not your therapist. I'm just that dude holding a mirror in front of your face saying, look, this is what's actually running you. If you feel exposed right now, good. If you feel angry, even better. If you feel like shutting this video off, that's your manager panicking. He's losing his grip because for the first time in a long time, you are watching him. You want to start? Not tomorrow. Not next Monday now. Take this seriously. Drop a comment that starts with, my manager equals. Be brutally honest. My manager equals fear of being broke. My manager equals staying comfortable in this 9 to 5. My manager equals my phone and dopamine hits. My manager equals what my parents will think. My manager equals this dead relationship. When you write it out, something shifts. You stop pretending it's fate. You start seeing it as a choice you made and can unmake. That's step 1. Not a vision board, not a morning routine. Just truth on the table. Listen, you might have 40, 50, 60 years left. Or maybe you don't. Nobody guarantees you shit. You can spend the rest of your life blaming circumstances, blaming childhood, blaming economy, blaming this is just how I am. Or you can say one ruthless, honest sentence. I hired the wrong manager. I gave him my power. I'm taking it back, even if it burns my fake life down. That's not motivation. That's not positivity. That's surgery. It hurts, but it heals. Managers come. Managers go. The owner is the only one who was there from the beginning and will be there till the very end. Ask yourself quietly right now, am I living as the manager or as the owner? If that question doesn't leave you alone today, this video did its job. If this hit a nerve, don't just ghost it like every other video. Type your my manager equals below. Save this. Rewatch it the next time you hear, I'll do it tomorrow. And if you want more brutally honest talks like this, you know what to do. Subscribe or don't. Just don't go back to sleep. Because now you know. And once you know, staying the same hurts more than changing.